Hi, guys. Welcome back to Pretty Dirty. I'm here with Tyler Bailey, TikTok star, divorce attorney. You guys know him from his legal advice on TikTok. I know him from my DMs. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of true, kind of not. But he is a fan favorite here, and I have him on. I'm going to ask him some questions, and hopefully you guys enjoy. My first question, actually, is what is the biggest red flag you think somebody ignores before getting married?
The biggest red flag?
In your expertise.
I would say the biggest red flag would be, I was talking to my Liza actually about this on the way here, their sense of unity. So,
Explain.
yeah, so if someone has been, like they grew up in a household that was divorced, their perception and sense of unity might not be as strong as someone that grew up in a household that their parents weren't divorced, or how willing they are to go through hard situations in life. Yeah, because, you know, if you're married, I've never been married before, disclaimer, but I am a divorce attorney, so I know a little bit about it.
Just wait, give it some time.
If you're married, you're going to go through something that's going to be terrible. It's going to be hard, right?
Right.
And
well, it's life, yeah.
Yeah, it's life. And you got to go through it together. And some people's perception of unity is a lot weaker. And so if their perception of unity is weaker, they're more likely to just not want to go through those hard times with you. And so they're more likely to just get divorced. If you get married, if you're listening to this and you're about to get married, something shitty is going to happen in your life. And you're going to look at your spouse and you're going to say, can I go through this? Can I do this? Or you can't. And if your perception of unity is a little stronger, then you're probably more willing to face those tough situations in life together, as opposed to just taking the easy route and getting a divorce.
So you think that people aren't discussing that before they get married? They're not having that conversation?
I don't think they're directly having those kind of conversations. What is your perception of unity? How?
But then
I
when
think
people
it's
get married, they're like, this is till death do us part. I mean, that's what they're both, I would imagine that's what they're both thinking.
Yeah, but how strong are those words actually? Till death do us part. I mean, the divorce rate in America right now for first-time marriages, 58%.
You know, here in Orange County, it's like 78%.
For first-time marriages? So marriages,
I don't know, just the divorce rate.
So if you're getting married in Orange County,
you're getting divorced.
It's not working.
It's fucked.
Sounds like I need to switch my business over here. Yeah,
it's really bad. Like the statistics are insane.
Yeah,
I feel though too, like especially there's been a surge. I mean, obviously our generation I think is so much worse than the generations before us, because people, it really was till death do us part. Not just because we live longer now, but because I think a lot of people think that the grass is greener on the other side. And they don't, like you're saying, people don't, the commitment isn't there. People think that, oh, I'm not in, my grandmother always used to say that you can fall in and out of love throughout your marriage, but if the commitment is there, you can endure, like it comes back.
Of course.
And I think that when people think or they feel a disconnect from their partner, they're like, okay, we have to get divorced instead of working through it. And I think a lot of people also think that marriage is like 50-50. And I don't think it's ever 50-50 in any relationship. I think somebody's always going to be giving more, somebody's always going to be giving less, and there's always going to be, it's going to be an uneven playing field.
Yeah, there's a little give and take.
Right.
It's not necessarily 50-50
not
at
always.
all times.
Not like someone's always giving 80 and the other person's always giving 20.
Sometimes you're giving 60, the other person's giving 40.
Right.
Sometimes you're only giving 30 and the other person's giving 70. And that's kind of how it works. That's a very alarmingly high divorce rate, is 78%. I mean, you have less than 1/4 of a chance from the beginning.
Less than. I mean, one of my biggest clients, like when I sell real estate, he's a divorce attorney.
Really?
Crushes it. But I'm like, this is a really depressing job. That's why I said to you, is like, is it depressing?
It's depressing, yeah. Especially when you hear a number like that. Because then, as a single...
When you become like a psychologist and you're like, everyone just shut the fuck up.
I'm mostly a psychologist and a therapist before I'm a lawyer. You know, you have to talk these people off a ledge sometimes because they're going in there and they're so devastated. But for me, it's even more devastating coming from a single man, just because you just know how unlikely it is that you're going to succeed.
It sucks.
So it's like an uphill battle from the beginning. How do you know you're going to choose the right one? Like, what are some indicators? You said, what are some red flags?
Yeah.
No one knows. You know, who you are today, that's not who you're going to be in 15 years.
Okay, so what do you think would be an appropriate, all of my friends, like obviously I got married very young, I got divorced very young, and I've done
How old were you when you got married?
I got married at 20.
Holy
shit. And I got divorced at 26 or 27. He was only 5 years older than me. I was 20, he was 25.
Oh,
But my family, we came from a family who was like, we don't get divorced. So they sat him down and they're like, well, if you're going to do this, we don't believe in divorce. You know, fast forward 10 years later, like everybody in my family is divorced except for my sister. But what do you think is, and I tell all of my friends, are like, everybody comes to me because they think I'm going to promote being divorced and they see me that I've gone on and I've had success in a career, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tell all of them, don't. Like, the grass is not greener. Like, try to fix it. Try to fix what you have, because it doesn't get easier. You're only going to make your life so much more, like, so much harder and so much more difficult, especially when there's kids involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, whatever it is that you want to do that you feel like you can't, just do it while you're married. Like, what is it that you want to do? You want to go out and get a fucking job? Go get a job while you're married. Why do you want to get divorced to go and do those things? I'm not talking about like going and fucking other people, you know, but some relationships, like, to each his own.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time it's like, well, I just want my own, like, something of my own, or I want to have my own identity. It's like, do that while you're married. Like, why are you?
I don't really understand why you wouldn't be able to do that. You should have more sense of security to do those types of things, because you have someone as a support system to back you up. You know, you want to go get a new job. Well, there's a chance that you don't get that job.
A lot of women here don't work either. That's also
in LA.
Like, here in Orange County, especially LA too, probably. But I try to avoid LA. But no, Orange County women, they're mostly like stay
So it's
at home.
like the traditional, I stay at home, and then the man makes all the money, but it's still not working out.
But it's not even like a trad wife. Like, they don't really even like cook or clean.
They probably got
or like
maids
nurture. They have a
and-
nanny and a maid, and so they just
So
stay
what
home
are
and
they doing?
buy
What are they good
handbags.
for?
I don't know.
That's probably why they're getting divorced.
I think.
But the thing is that women are usually the ones that initiate the divorce. Over 90% of divorces that are initiated are by women. And
I
then
just
that
think that
jumps
women
to
are
90.
generally unhappy right now. Like,
You think so?
yeah.
Okay.
But it's not because of the man. I think that women are just, I think they're on Instagram all the time, and so they're constantly comparing, or
yeah, the grass is greener, like
so
you
they're
mentioned.
like, oh, I'm not happy. It's like, what are you not happy about?
Because their life isn't completely perfect, and they're not with Prince Charming that's making
But they
billions
probably
of dollars.
are, actually. Like, I know a lot of people that have really good lives.
Yeah, I mean, you
And
bring
they
up
still complain.
You bring up an interesting point that these women don't work, because a lot of times, I mean, not a lot of times, but a big reason why women are getting divorced is because there's this sense that they don't need a man. You know, divorce rates were a lot lower 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Now there's sort of an independency that's surging through women.
Yeah.
They truly don't.
Yeah.
We don't need each other to survive. You can go
I
out.
beg to differ.
Well, this is the perception that they're having.
This is what women are thinking. They're like, I
Women
can
and
do it
men.
all.
I mean, I think men find a need or necessity for women more than women find a need or necessity for men.
Okay.
Just because I feel like generations have gone by where women are becoming more independent. They're becoming stronger. They're having more financial resources at their fingertips. So when shit hits the fan, they don't need to stay with that man for that security, that
Right.
financial security. They can go out, they can do their own thing. And so again,
And then
that
what,
sense,
though?
then they come to me and I give them a divorce, and then
Do you
they're-
have more male clients or female clients?
we represent more men than
Do you get
females.
clients off like social media? Not yet.
I've had a couple people were like, "Do you work in Texas? Do you work in Los Angeles?" I'm
Yeah.
like, unfortunately,
You got to
no,
set
I-
your location so that it's like only going to people where you, unless you want
I
to get
think
your
it's
license.
interesting though to just see where they're coming about. You know,
Uh-huh.
California's definitely a big one, but I haven't had any clients come in from social media, not yet. But if you are familiar with Michigan, American Divorce Association for Men is a Michigan thing. That's
What is it called?
American Divorce Association for Men.
What is that?
Adam, which is in Michigan. That's what my firm does. So we primarily do represent men, but we represent men and women.
So the men are coming to you saying, I want a divorce, or the men are coming to you saying, my wife wants
They're
a
saying my wife is divorcing me. Please help me. But
And they've already got an attorney, a different attorney.
the woman has, yeah.
Yeah.
Or they've already filed papers or whatever it is.
So what are they usually, I mean, typically, or what, like, give me some examples of what these guys are saying. Are they saying, I've tried everything I can, I really want to keep the marriage together? Or are they just like, hey, my wife wants a divorce? And
A lot of them are coming in and their sense of desperation is at its peak. They're looking at you with no souls in their eyes
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, I don't know where else to go. I don't know what else to do. I'm losing my kids. I got
Mm-hmm.
to pay this much in child support, etc. They're in a bad
you think
situation.
is it more financial stress for them, or or just everything?
I think it's a combination of everything. The finances obviously pulls a stress on people because some of these guys, they barely even have the means to live. They barely even have the means to pay
Oh yeah,
their.
you're not in Orange County. Forgot.
Yeah, they barely even
different.
have the means. Yeah, I'm in Lansing, Michigan. There's some
Yeah.
guys that are going check by check, and if half their wages are going to their ex and to their kids, they don't have enough money for rent. So a lot of it's financially, but I think a lot of them, it's just they go every single day, they see their kids, and then all of a sudden you get to see them twice a month. Mm-hmm. It's a big change. It's gut wrenching.
Do you think? Do these people, are they coming in with regrets? Like, what are they? What are they
Regrets.
saying to you? Yeah.
You know, a lot of
I feel like you become a shrink in a sense. Like you're
Sort
seeing
of.
these people's lives. and
I'm
you're
not a
like-
marriage counselor.
I understand. It's like me. I'm a realtor, but I also am like,
Mm-hmm.
I become a psychologist. I become a freaking nanny. I become a friend. I become a confidant. I become a.
I would say when most people walk into my office, the life lesson that I'm trying to give them is not reconciliation.
Okay.
Some people try.
How do you calm them down though? From like, they're like, okay, I'm getting a divorce.
I tell
Everybody's so
them-
emotional.
I tell them that this is how it's going to go. From point A to where we're at right now, her filing the divorce papers, to point Z. This is how
But
we're
you're trying to
get there.
win.
There is no winning. Everyone loses in a divorce. I'm not trying to make
But
it.
is it a situation where you're going in and you're fighting for things that the wife doesn't want? You're trying
Yeah,
to win.
almost every single time I'm fighting for something that the wife doesn't want to give. But my definition of win is, you know, let's say I'm representing the man. I'm not going to leave this woman in a situation where she's completely screwed. It's going to be even. It's going to be cordial. It's going to be by the letter of the law. I'm not going to go in there and be like, we're going to take everything from this woman. We're going to take the wife. We're going to take the kids. Especially if there's kids, I am going to put those kids in the best situation possible for their interest, not for
What
the
if the
parents.
dad is like, I want the kids full time?
Then my job is to lower his expectations. Hey man, you're not going to get your kids full time. I'm not some fairy that makes magical things happen for you. I'm going to tell you how it's really going to go. I'm going to tell you what the judge is going to say, and this is how it's going to go. My job is to just make the process as smooth as possible. But if they come in with a mentality that this is war, that's when your attorney fees just start jacking up. That's when, if you don't come in there with a collaborative mindset, you're going to be spending a lot of money.
It's hard to do though when people are emotional.
Well,
you
it's
know?
hard to do when there's finances involved, there's children involved. If I don't see my kids, then I have to spend even
Right.
more money.
Right.
She cheated on me. He cheated on me.
Okay, I have a question
Yeah.
about this, the infidelity.
So they usually hate
situation.
each other.
Right.
And so it's a war.
But from a legal, okay, so here's a question. Hold on, I have gum in my mouth. I have to
It's
get
okay.
it out. Oh, no, whose business card is this? Sorry, Gary Trudel
Thanks, Gary.
from Custom Comfort Mattresses.
Hey, shout out to Gary.
Shout out to Custom Comfort Mattresses.
You got some-
Actually, that's the best mattress ever. It's like a $10,000
My boy's got
mattress.
some good paper for some
It's
gum.
really, his card was like thick too. It's like hard to
Thank you,
bend.
Gary. Sponsored by Gary.
Okay, wait. This is a two-part question, maybe?
Okay, ready.
Okay.
Infidelity, we're talking
There
about
might
that.
be two. I haven't read this. Is there a way for a spouse to go after projected income revenue from the main breadwinner in the family after the divorce? You have a wife and kids, and then I don't know if this is a separate question. You have a wife and kids, and then have a mistress that gets pregnant. The mistress is asking for child support. But what happens with dividing child support between the mistress and the wife if the wife doesn't divorce the spouse?
I'm not
What
gonna
if
lie,
she
Alex.
divorces said spouse before the mistress? Tell me how the timeline makes a difference as well. How the difference is shared between both parties, both wife and mistress.
Did you like Chat GPT?
This
give me
is
the most
literally
complex
a
fucking legal
from
question.
someone that I know.
Whoever that is,
What
is
does
she
that
okay?
mean?
Okay.
I can't even
This is
understand that question.
This is what I read, or this is what I heard. You have a wife and you have kids, but then you have a mistress, and then you have a child with that mistress.
Oh, it's a child with a mistress.
Who's paying the child support? Well, who's taking care of the kid? That's who gets the child support. The whole point of child support is to take care of the child. So if that mistress gets to keep the kid, then the child support is going to her. If she's not, then she gets no child support.
So he's asking, okay, but what if she divorces said spouse before the mistress?
Before the mistress, what? Maybe you might have to call this
Before
friend.
they know
Before
that
they
there's
know.
a baby involved? I don't understand the question. Is this a separate question? Is there a way for a spouse to go after projected income revenue
Yeah.
from the main breadwinner in the family after the divorce? Yeah.
Yeah, that is a separate question. It's hard. It's speculative. Let's say you're married to someone that's an entrepreneur that just started a business
Right.
and they're not making shit for money, and then you get a divorce and then that business blows up and they start making a bunch of money. You could try to go for it, but you're going to lose.
Oh, you're going to lose.
You're going to lose.
What about when you have kids and you have, like, I've never, ever, ever, I mean,
So child support's a different.
child support's different. Yeah. I know.
Child support's modifiable, usually.
Yeah.
And so let's go back to that same scenario. You're married. Guy's got his own business. He's not making a lot of money, but you have kids with him. Then you get a divorce.
Right.
Business starts going.
Yeah.
So there's a child support calculator that
Yeah,
almost
we have
every
it.
state uses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so part of that calculation is income. So let's say Mr. Baby Daddy is making 60 grand and then all of a sudden he's making $1 million a year. That calculator is going to take into effect to that.
For child support, though,
For
not
child
spousal.
Not spousal support.
Right?
No, not spousal support. I mean, you
Once
can
an
try
agreed
to
upon
argue.
amount happens when you're getting divorced for spousal, that pretty much stays, like, that's not changing.
Well, it depends if you put into the spousal support if it's modifiable or not. A lot of people try to make it so it's non-modifiable. But yeah, you could go back and argue again for some more money if your spouse starts making some more money, for sure.
Okay, so what about infidelity? How does that work when it comes to divorce? If someone's like, hey, I'm divorcing my husband because he cheated on me, or vice versa, the wife cheated, does that make any difference on, like, assets or anything?
Not really.
Yeah, it
the
doesn't, does
judge, at least in the state of Michigan, I don't know how it is in California.
I don't think it
I gotta
makes a
imagine
difference
there's maybe some more infidelity going on in California. It
I
seems
would
like there's a
imagine
lot
so,
of
yeah.
just
I hate to say that, but
unfaithful
there
people
has
here.
to be. I mean, I
It's a
plead
crazy
the fifth. I
state.
haven't witnessed anything.
yeah.
I mean,
That's you pleading the fifth right there.
I said that.
Oh, okay.
I said I'm pleading the fifth.
Oh, okay. That's just an admission of guilt, everyone.
So does this jade you at all from dating?
Yeah, it does.
Like, what do
Absolutely.
you
I don't
look
want to
for?
waste my time.
So what are some things?
Well, wait, are we asking the infidelity question or are we asking the dating?
in general, I mean, with what you see in your line of work? Do you
It-
get a lot of people that come in and they're like, hey, there's been infidelity in my
oh
marriage?
yeah, almost every single marriage. Almost every single one.
Really?
Yeah. So I just looked this up the other day. The rate for infidelity in marriages might be lower than you think, but this is just reported. It's about 30%. So that's reported. That's people admitting
That
I
admit it.
cheat.
Yeah.
I would say
And that's
Mo-
public record, right? So
Yeah.
somebody says that in there, like,
it's at public record, court hearings. If it's in a hearing, yeah,
so if you start dating somebody new
they could look
and they're
up.
like, hey, I've been divorced, you can just, like, go and look it up, and if it'll say if they were unfaithful in the.
You would have to look at the court's transcripts and read everything that they said.
But you know how
it
there's like
would
a
say-
box that you can check? It says like irreconcilable differences.
That's every single time in Michigan is irreconcilable differences.
What are the other options?
Well, it has
My
to
husband's a cheating piece of shit.
No, because Michigan's a no-fault state. And so
What does that mean?
No fault means whatever you really do, we're not going to blame you for it, especially
There's
cheating.
no way California is a no fault state.
Most are.
Really?
Yeah. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't play a role into the divorce. If we're married and your husband is a serial cheater, the judge is going to look at that and say, this guy is a piece of shit. Like, we're going to judge him a little more harshly. But when you file for divorce, there has to be some sort
Right.
of reason why you're getting
Right.
divorced. And you can't say cheating. You can't say
But do you think most people get
they get divorced because of
the cheating though?
Oh,
I feel
no.
like a lot of people stay married even though there's infidelity.
Yeah, I would say the main driving force of divorce is finances before.
Yeah, that's it.
Before
Well, that's a
cheating.
huge stressor.
I mean, I would say that a lot of people that you know that are still married have been cheated on. I think cheating
Yeah.
is so.
And you mean and they know about it?
they know about it, they just don't get a divorce.
They're like, doo.
yeah, they're just fine with it, or they've accepted it and they've decided to move on. I mean, infidelity is more common than you could even imagine.
So gross. I can't move on.
So
from
it
that.
does skew to answer your other question, it does skew my
Yeah. So
opinion
what
on
makes
dating.
you cautious in dating now? Like, what are you?
Well, I go into work every single day and I see these people that once were in love,
Mm-hmm.
even have kids with each other, and they hate each other. They despise each other. They've been married. I see some marriages that are 35 years long and they still get a divorce. So it's just like, how am I supposed to possibly know who the right girl is? I'm learning a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a lot of valuable information on red flags,
Mm-hmm.
things I can do throughout the marriage that are going to help me not
Mm-hmm.
get divorced. But when I see it every single day,
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of like, I don't know if I really want to get married.
What do you think? Okay, so that's the other thing. When do you think it's like, okay, yeah, you guys should get divorced. Rather than like, hey, just like stick it out, do the therapy, commit to each other. Like, you have kids, make it work.
Yeah, I think that your sense of wanting to make it work should be much stronger than wanting to get a divorce. Like, I think you
But
should.
it has to be both people. I think that's the
100%.
biggest problem. I think that there's usually one person in some equations.
I think a lot of people, not everyone, but I think a lot of people get divorced that didn't even need to get divorced. I think if they could just do some marriage counseling, if they could just sack up and talk and admit that they were wrong. I always say one of the most powerful things you can say in a marriage is "I'm sorry." Learn to
But sometimes
admit
there's
that you're
just
wrong.
so much water under the bridge.
Right, because they never talked about it.
Nobody ever, I feel like a lot of people don't communicate.
Talk about it.
I feel like
Communicate.
a lot of
I
people
messed
don't
up, honey. I'm
communicate.
so sorry. Yeah, you did
but-
mess up.
Yeah, but then they mess up again and they're like, I'm so sorry. And then they fuck up again.
But at least it's not underneath that rug, that proverbial, that metaphoric rug. You know what I'm saying? I always compare it to a pimple, right?
Okay, let's hear it.
One argument underneath the rug.
Okay.
Rug raises a little bit. 1,000 arguments underneath that rug, that rug starts to have a big old boulder on it. It starts looking like a pimple, and it just takes one more argument for that pimple to just explode.
But
And then you're
arguments aren't
divorced.
all, I don't think there's anything wrong with arguing.
No, there's not. It's
I think
healthy.
argument's good. It's healthy.
Yeah, argue, communicate,
Mm-hmm.
talk it out.
Yeah.
But don't do something wrong and don't talk about it. Don't do something that pisses your spouse off and then just put it underneath the rug.
I feel like a lot of people do that. Do
And
you know
that's why
anything
they're
about
married.
attachment theory?
I mean, I think I know a little bit about it.
Like,
I don't think I've ever
like
experienced it, though.
dismissive, avoidant, like secure.
You might have to-
anxious.
Okay, I know anxious attachment. Yeah,
Are you an anxious attachment?
absolutely not.
How do you know?
Maybe I've been with someone that was.
Are you an avoidant?
What's that mean?
Avoidant is more so like they run away. Like, I don't want to say run away.
Yeah, I am. If you piss me off, I don't want to talk.
It's not even pissing off. Actually, what avoidant, the true characteristics of avoidant is when things start getting serious
Yeah.
and you start becoming too vulnerable, you'll self-sabotage and like run away because you're
Okay,
like, I don't want to get hurt.
That's a big problem in marriages.
That's
for
an
sure.
avoidant.
Yeah.
And they don't really talk about a lot of things. And like in the first 3 months, things can be great. But once the connection starts to form and bond, an anxious person will like come after you, right? They're like, well, what are you doing? I want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. Like
Yeah.
too much. Like why were you on the phone till, 10 p.m.? Why didn't you call me? You fell asleep.
Yeah, I
They're
know
more
those.
anxious because they start becoming more vulnerable and they
Yep.
go in and an avoidant withdrawals. So they're
Oof,
like,
both are bad.
I'm starting to but they attract each other.
Oh,
It's
that's
really
a recipe
like
for
human psychology. They usually attract each other.
So they're both just so fucked
They're
up.
fucked,
They're
and then
perfect
it
with each
causes
other.
this really bad cycle. So like an anxious needs a secure attachment style and an avoidant needs a secure attachment style. But honestly, I feel like
So
there's-
everyone just needs someone secure.
correct, and they're a dying breed because most people are coming from like divorced families,
Yeah.
and not to say that that's a recipe to create, a jaded human being.
No,
you
not
can
at
still,
all.
Like I co-parent my kids great, and both of my kids are
Yeah,
confident.
I'll make a note of that. There are so many people
Yeah.
that are divorced that parent their kids
yeah.
beautifully.
And sometimes when they're like, that's why when I got divorced, I thought to myself, we're going to do more harm to the kids if we stay married than we will separating.
very well could be
because
true.
like the arguing and the this and the that. And there was just we tried and I was like, this just isn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of times people stay married for the kids and it ends up being so much worse. Like I know this, I have friends that do this.
Stay married. Fight in front of their
And
kids.
you're literally showing your kids and teach. Like, I can't even imagine what the nervous systems of these children are based on just what I've seen and like.
Then you got
witnessed.
to ask the question though, what is more valuable to the child? Is seeing your mom and dad argue but still stay together,
Mm-hmm.
or not seeing your mom and dad argue at all but they're not together?
Well, so I took a lot of child development classes in
Okay.
college, and most of the professors would say staying together, which is pretty fucked. I thought it would have been the opposite.
Well, like you said earlier, I mean, people argue. You're going to
Yeah.
get in fight. It's natural. So for your kids to be able to see that,
Yeah.
depending on how extreme these arguments are, like you obviously don't want to be screaming at each other, hitting each other in front of your children.
Right,
But your
right.
kids seeing you guys mad at each other is okay.
I think so this is what I read a long time ago. It's the children seeing you guys argue is fine as long as they also see the makeup.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times parents make up behind closed doors or they do one element and they don't see the other side of it. And so children aren't getting the full picture.
Yeah, I mean, they have to understand that they're humans too. It takes a while for us to realize that our parents are also human. It took me
That you don't even learn that until you're like
until I'm almost 30.
way
Goddamn.
older.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're like, well, they're just people too, getting by.
Yeah, right.
Doing
So
the
to
best
be
they
able
can.
to see your mom and dad fight with each other and then
Yeah.
make up with each other after, I mean, that's just like a human experience right there. That's a good lesson for them to learn.
Have you ever had a client that's come in, gotten divorced, and then got remarried to the same person?
That's gotten married
That
to the
you
same
know of?
person.
Yeah, but you might not
so
even
my,
know.
my parents have over 80 years of experience together. I'm sure that they've seen
Yeah.
something along those lines. I haven't had that much experience. I have seen people come in, say they want a divorce, then like right before they're going to get a divorce, they reconcile,
My parents did that.
and then they get a divorce 8 months later.
Oh, my parents did it like 20 years later.
Really?
Parents were going through a divorce, then they reconciled. And then it's so funny too, because kids are always like, is it my fault? Are you getting a divorce because of me? And then they got back together and they didn't get divorced. Like they stayed married for another like 20 years. My parents were married for like 35 years.
And then they got a divorce.
They went, so what happened was my mom took care of my grandma who had Parkinson's disease. She lived with us for like 15 years and she became her baby. And it was a huge stress on the family, right?
Also happens to families a lot. It's more common than you think.
I mean, and that's just, some people are like that. Some people aren't. Some people, you know, I'm Italian, like we bring your ancestors into the home. But she also was sick. So it was like she was literally my mom's baby. And when she passed away, my mom had like this whole crisis. Like she didn't know what to do with herself. She had to like refine her identity. She went into like a severe depression and my dad didn't know what to do with it. And then it became very toxic because she was like, can you just be there for me? Like, what are you doing? And then she went into like a whole psychosis thing, ended up like very weird. Ended up in the back of a cop car, like my dad calling the cops on her. It was
the
a
Italian
whole
blood.
thing. Bad. But he was like rage baiting her and looking back at it. And it was so bad. And my mom's like the most loving. You know my mom. She's like the most loving.
Do you blame either of them for the divorce?
Well,
or?
my mom was like at her wit's end and she blew a fuse. And then once he let her go to jail and she had to sit there for 2 fucking days because it was like a weekend. And she was like, we can't stay married. You literally let me sit in jail for 2 days, and you like went
Also a very
and you went
common
wine
thing.
tasting.
A lot of people try to send their spouses to jail through PPOs and things like that too.
What's PPO?
Personal protection orders or domestic violence cases.
Oh,
A lot of like almost every case that we have, there's some sort of personal protection order or some sort
they
of domestic
do it
violence.
though. They manipulate the system.
Well, sometimes it actually happens. Sometimes there was a domestic violence, but sometimes they're like, I'm just going to get this personal protection order because once he has that, he can't see his kids.
That happens all the time.
Can't go to his house.
Also, I feel like a lot of women here, they get.
I'm scared of women here.
Sorry,
I'm scared of the women here.
you should be.
I know.
But
I've only been here for 24 hours.
You should be scared of the women here, but honestly, women here get like strong armed all the time by men, and they're like, "Oh, I have a friend who, you know, her husband makes a lot of money. They're trying to get a divorce, and I'm like, he's like physically abusive, and she's
hell
like, but
no.
I can't file anything because then he says he'll lose his job and then he won't have any money and then we don't have money for the kids. I'm like, I'm pretty
Whoever
sure
that is, if you're listening, divorce his ass.
she's been trying to divorce him for 5 years.
Yeah, well, get a
won't
better
sign the
divorce
papers.
attorney. You asked a good question actually
was it?
earlier that I didn't get to answer.
What was it?
You said when should they stay
Yeah.
for a marriage and when should they leave? And what
Bow
you brought
out.
up, what you brought up with the abuse, kind of
Yeah.
sparked that.
Yeah.
Or reminded me of it.
Yeah.
I think you should try to stay in your marriage as long as you can. You're right. You married the person, you were in love with them, especially if you have a family.
Yeah.
I think that if you're with someone that is a serial cheater, an abuser, verbally, emotionally, physically, or if you're with someone that neglects you, doesn't spend time with you, is always gone, always traveling, not there on the weekends, not there for you just on a day-to-day.
That's a lot though. That's
when you
a
should leave 'em.
lot. Like a lot of that is
That's a lot. What do you mean, like a lot of people do that?
Like a lot of people, especially like in certain like decades of your life, if you know somebody's working on their career or somebody is, you know, doing like I'm saying, bowing out when somebody needs your support, like you're saying, if they're gone all the time. I think it's different if you're gone all the time because you're choosing to be gone and you're out partying with your friends or you're out finding ways to be gone from the house.
Yeah, agreed.
But somebody who's building something and somebody who has like, that they want something more from their life and they want to provide for their family.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to be home
That's
as
different.
much as maybe somebody wants them to be.
Yeah. No, that's not neglect. That's someone going to grind for their family. That's someone to put the work in to put food on the
Yeah.
table and a house over your head. But neglect is just you don't
Checked
pay
out.
attention to them. You're checked out. You do your job. You still put
Yeah.
food on the table for your kids and stuff like that. But it's just at night when you want to talk to them, they don't talk to you. Or when you want to go out, they don't ever want to go out with you. Or
Yeah.
they just don't really talk to you. They're just not there. That's
Yeah.
neglect. Going out and grinding for your family and working 60, 70 hours in a week, some may view that as neglect, but that's not neglect.
So wait, you never told me. What are you? So when you're dating,
Yeah.
what is it
Which
that
is
you're?
tough in Michigan.
It's tough in Michigan.
It's tough.
It's tough everywhere. Newsflash.
it's
it's
tough in
tough
Michigan.
everywhere. So why is it tough in Michigan?
Just less people, less options.
That's probably a good thing, though. I would think that the
You'd
divorce
think.
rate would be like much lower.
No, it's still
I think that's why it's so high.
Pretty
There's
high.
so many people think there's so many
78% is something that I might
I'm
need
gonna
to
ask
double check
chat.
that.
When I
'cause
got divorced, it was 70 something. It was crazy high.
that's ridiculous.
And it has to have
bro.
gone up
That's-
since
What
then.
what are people even doing getting married out here?
That's a
You're
great
not
question.
going to succeed.
I don't know.
I want to talk to the 23%. What did they do?
What are they? They're the ones probably like cheating and getting cheated on, or have
And they're
open
just so
relations.
unhappy, but they just
or
are
they're
staying
happy
together.
and they just have. I know people personally that
Happily getting cheated
have
on?
They just have open
Oh
relationships.
yeah. Honestly, yeah. I don't know that many people.
Yeah.
It's not really as common in Michigan, I don't think.
Yeah.
But
I think-
there's some families or some spouses that have come in where I've heard some things where I'm like,
What
bro,
do you call it? Culty?
Cucks. cucks. America, if you've never heard of that term, it's time to learn. A cuckold is someone that allows their spouse
Right.
to get fucked by other people
Yes.
and they find
Does it have to be a
pleasure out of it.
spouse, or can it just be a partner?
Partner, spouse, someone that you're with.
They get turned on by it,
Yeah,
or
they
they just allow it because that's what the other person wants.
You ever gone to a hotel and
Whatever. I've never been involved with anything like this. So you're starting a sentence with cuck. Is it cucking?
cucking,
And have you ever gone? I can guarantee you my answer is no.
Listen, you ever gone to a hotel and you just see like a random chair like right next to the bed?
There's always a chair. I have one in my room. Stop. I have a random chair in my room.
You should probably get rid of that chair.
It's where
in
I
your
put all
room.
my laundry and all my shit, all my clothes.
That's the cuck
Oh,
chair.
so there's someone in the chair watching in that chair,
That's the cuck chair.
and they just sit there and watch.
They love it. Yeah.
What? Are they videotaping? What are they doing?
Listen, I'm not in the room with them. I have no idea. These are
Wait.
just people's sexual fantasies, and it's common. Not
So-
common, but it's
And they don't get
More-
involved at all.
no. I mean,
Is it it's the husband watching?
Yeah, sometimes their peckers don't work or something like that, so they have
And then they're watching their wife get fucked by this other person.
yeah.
And is it like
That is the purest definition of a cuck right
okay?
there.
And who's the cuck?
The dad or the
Is
man
the act a cuck, or it's the person watching is a cuck?
You are a cuck if you're watching. I can't believe I'm talking about this right now. You are a cuck if you watch your wife get fucked by other dudes. If you are fucking another wife's dude while he's watching, you're cucking him.
Wait, say that again. Wait, stop. I always think you want to say
Kobe's
kook.
dying over here.
I always think you want to say. Have you heard of cucking? Is it cuckold?
Cuckold, yes. That's the
So
the
aggressive. Cuckold, yes.
cuckold, yes. Cuckold.
Yes. So a
I'll say it one more
cuckold-
time slowly.
Cuckold is the act.
If you, I'm not going to use myself for example.
You seem like you're speaking from example.
Absolutely not.
He's like, get it right,
let
Alex.
let
Okay.
me just say that right now. No, absolutely not. But if you are someone that watches your wife get fucked by other dudes, you are a cuck. If you're the dude that's fucking the guy's wife,
Right.
you are cucking him. So
This
there's
is
verbs,
so
there's nouns,
gross.
there's adjectives, whatever you really want to do.
You're cucking. I can't. This is
You,
so
you
disturbing.
can be a cuck or you can be
and
the
it's
cucker.
not called. And that's not a threesome. That's just a sexual
No.
fantasy situation.
Well, it depends on how you want to define a threesome. I don't have any.
I feel like if there's more than two people in the room, it's usually a threesome.
But what if the other guy's just kind of sitting there twiddling his thumbs?
I feel like there's no way in hell
yeah, there's a
the
way.
third person, the cuck guy or whatever, is not jacking off or doing something.
Oh, he's not
He's not just sitting there like, hey, this is fun.
Hey, man.
He's there
To each their
doing
own.
something.
Yeah, he very well could be. He
Yeah,
very well
no.
could be. But
No.
regardless if he's doing something or not,
He's a cuck.
still a cuck. Yeah.
He's still a cuck.
Yep.
So I'm not. I haven't heard a lot. I haven't heard a lot about that. Where I
Well-
live. That might be a Michigan thing.
No,
I'm not
no,
really sure.
Maybe I don't think so. It sounds very LA
Also,
to me.
I have a question.
Sounds very LA.
unrelated to divorce.
Okay.
And being an attorney, but why is it always the guys who have these weird things? It's not ever the girls.
Well,
Is it? Are clients coming into you talking about their sexual fantasies?
yeah. Sometimes it's a
Actually?
problem. Yeah. Sometimes it's a problem within the relationship. It's something that they.
But it's not the girl.
They
It's the
need to-
guy. It's like my husband wants to fuck his secretary and our kid's teacher, and
My
he likes to
husband wants
masturbate in
me
the
to
grass.
fuck his secretary. It's
It's
whatever.
not usually the women.
Uh,
not
women and men, they all have their weird sexual kinks. I'm not going to say it's one predominantly over the other. Women they can do some.
You
pretty
ever met a woman who's a cuck? I doubt it.
No, but I have met women that love their husbands being cuckolds.
Yeah, because they get to get fucked by a bunch of different dudes. There's whores.
Yeah, that's another way to put it.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
That's also just so weird. I mean, to each his own. No, I'm not judging.
we don't want to judge people.
I'm
and
not
their
judging
sexual
anybody. I
fantasies
just
that
can't-
they have.
I-
We don't agree with it, but
It's not even that I
something.
disagree with it. It's just not for me.
Imagine
if a guy
going-
ever said, "I want a guy to fuck you," I'd be like, "We're getting a divorce." Even
Yeah.
those words, you're not. We made a mistake somewhere. Like if
Yeah.
you want to watch me get fucked by somebody, this isn't the right partnership.
Some sick puppies out there, let me tell you.
Also, what's fucked up is people don't talk about that before they get married. All these weird things start coming out.
Well, it
after
very well
they
could
get married.
develop during the marriage.
I doubt it.
I don't
Maybe.
want to get too specific, but like, let's imagine the guy, they get married, and then all of a sudden his dick doesn't work anymore.
What a shame. That's a reason for a divorce, probably. I'd have to say. Just kidding.
It's
No, that's
happened.
sad. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I
bad.
mean, but people have left
did say
for
that.
easier.
People, what?
People have left for less before, you know?
It's also really fucked up. Like, when do you
When do you stop banging? When do old people stop banging?
no, old? There's so many medications now.
So like,
80.
damn.
My aunt Stella, who- God rest her soul, she died at 92, and every Sunday she would give my Uncle Bill a blue Viagra, and it was when he would get his blowjobs.
Uncle Bill.
Till he was 91 years old.
Uncle Bill was getting sloppy top with the blue.
91. My
91
My aunt
years.
Tosca would call and she'd be like, "You're calling me on Sunday. You know Bill already took his pill. I gotta call you back." I'm like, fuck.
Dude, she's probably giving like long
She's dead
blowjobs
now.
too. Well, she was giving some long. She's probably still giving them in heaven.
Oh, actually, I don't know. Like, do you
She
come
does-
at that age? Maybe not. Maybe you don't come, but he was still
so
getting
what
a
the
boner.
fuck is the point?
He was taking a pill and getting a blowjob.
Your family is
That's
cool.
the recipe for a long marriage, guys.
Viagra.
Girls, Viagra, blowjobs. My
There we
mom
go.
told me that. She's like, if you want to have a good marriage, you need to learn to give a blowjob. Because I got married so young, I'd never given a blowjob.
Hear that, ladies? Marriage advice.
Marriage
Alex.
advice. Come to me for all your marriage advice. No, but seriously, I watched so much
So
porn.
you learned that after the age of 25?
No, I was like 22. I had never given a blowjob. I got married at 20, and my mom was like, "Alex, you need to give your husband a blowjob." And I was like, I'm such a perfectionist. I was like, I don't want to do it because I don't know what I'm doing. And like, obviously being my age now, it's like guys are just fucking happy for fucking down there. But I was like, so I
Just
studied.
sniffing it. Just
I
thank
literally
you.
just sniffing it. I hope there's, ugh. But I'm like, I want to be perfect at it. So the amount of porn that I watched
You practice
on what?
bananas?
No, I just watched a lot of videos.
So you're just out there watching a lot of knob, figuring
Oh,
out
I used
the
to. My
technique.
friends would come over. I'm like, sorry, don't mind me. I'm just
studying.
watching this blowjob porn.
Say, Alex, why do you have a book out?
It wasn't a book. It was all video. I watched a lot of.
I know, but
video
you're taking
porn.
notes.
No, I was just watching.
Just mental.
Just mental notes.
Well.
Yeah. These are things that
22
you
years
can't-
old.
Sorry?
22 years old.
22 years old.
First blowjob.
Yeah. My ex-husband can verify that. Yeah. I know.
Holy shit.
Is that old? Yeah, I guess people
For-
are giving
for a
blowjobs
first-time
in high
VJ?
school and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say when I got my first one.
There's nothing else to do in Michigan, though. I don't know if
Besides
it's like
get
that
blowjobs.
here.
Yeah. It's so true.
Just do blowjobs and get
and
people probably
cold.
get married younger
We're just
there
cold and blowjobs.
too. Do people get married younger there?
Yeah. Definitely more traditional sort of mindset in terms
It's
of
also
marriage.
like a kind of like you don't want to actually. You want people to get divorced. That's
No,
the irony. Yeah, you do.
no.
You're a divorce attorney.
Literally stay out of my office. I
You
don't want to see
literally
people.
You
Just
wouldn't
kidding.
have a job.
What do you mean? TikTok.
So do you like? Okay, so I know that your office, right? What's the name of your
Bailey
practice?
and Terranova.
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 What's that?
She's another partner. Italian. as
Oh,
well.
I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if your parents weren't, if this wasn't a family business, would you have gone into another area of law?
I don't even know if I'd be a lawyer if my parents weren't lawyers as well. Like, they were the reason why I kind of had the idea to get into it. They didn't make me do it.
Didn't give you a choice.
They were like, they gave me a very good opportunity that was hard for me to turn down.
Okay.
So that's why I went the route of law. But I'm happy I'm here. I find it very fascinating, to talk about, because divorce is
the
cool.
law or just the stories of people who come in?
Well, the law is also fascinating.
What's the
to me.
craziest thing that's ever happened? Like, you haven't been doing it that long, but like, can you talk about that? Can you talk about like?
I mean, I don't want
to. What is that? What happens with like whatever it's called, privilege,
client confidentiality?
Like, if you're not saying names, are you allowed to?
Basically, you're okay if you're not.
Can you talk about somebody who's already been divorced?
No.
Not their name, but like you tell.
Oh,
the story.
yeah.
It's already done.
It's already done. Yeah, there's still.
Or like, what's the
client
craziest thing you've ever
confidentiality.
heard? It doesn't even have to be your law firm. What's the craziest case?
That's for divorce?
Yeah.
The thing that always just baffles me is literally back to what we were just talking about is
Cuckolding?
people allowing other people to fuck their spouses.
That's the biggest thing.
I mean, it's just the thing that is so crazy. Of course, I see people like abuse each other.
Why is that even being talked about during a divorce, though? I don't understand.
Because sometimes that can lead to frustrations in relationships and be the explanation to why people are acting the way that they're acting. That's the best way that I can put it without disclaiming.
But it's also
too
like
much
none of your
information.
business. Are you like, why are you telling me this? I don't even need
But
to
it is
know.
my business.
How?
Because I need to figure out what this person is going to be saying on the stand about you and why he or she thinks that you're so abusive, or why he or she thinks that you shouldn't be seeing your kids. What is she or he going to be saying about you?
Do you turn down any clients?
I have never, but I would for sure.
Why? What? Give me an
If you
example.
abuse kids, I'm not going to.
Oh, are they going to come in and tell you that?
No, but sometimes they come in, they go, I got this domestic violence case and there's
Against
this charge and it's, a lot of times they come in, they do have a DV charge against them, but nothing ever came from it. But if there is one that's been substantiated and it pertains to children.
You're like, I'm out.
Yeah. Kick rocks, buddy.
Do you, I lost my train. I'm sorry. All I keep thinking is cuck. It's really
cuckold.
Stuck in my brain.
It's gonna be what you wake up saying tomorrow morning. It's first
I've
word.
never even heard of this word.
You're gonna have nightmares about it.
I'm
maybe
gonna start
dreams.
calling
Who
people
knows?
that. I'm gonna be like, fuck
You
off, you
should.
cuck.
Oh, it's such
I
a
bet
good
you're a
insult.
cuck.
It's such a good insult. I call people cucks all the time.
I don't know. Have you ever heard of that? You have?
Yeah,
It's a common term? Am I too sheltered? How have I not heard of this?
it's a funny word.
A cuck.
Call someone a cuck tonight.
Well, I want to
and
say
see
like
what they say.
culk, or I want to say like kook.
At dinner tonight, be like, congratulations, you cuck.
Jason would
Yeah,
kill me.
congratulations, you fucking
He would
cuck.
fucking kill me. Also, I find it very fascinating. Like I think here more so in like Newport Beach, LA area, people marry for the wrong reasons. It's usually like
Money.
financial security. Yeah, exactly. So it's like those people are like in these open relationships because they don't care anyways. They're not
they
really
don't
like
love each
in
other.
love with their husband or, spouse or whatever. It's always like the rich guy marries the hot girl. And then they're just out doing like 2C and fucking everything that moves.
Yeah,
like
it's basically
on a yacht.
like it's like a status kind of thing. Like I'm so rich, I want this beautiful hot wife
I
kind
have
of thing.
literally met people that I know have come up to me at parties and they're like, look at like my wife fucking this dude. And I'm like,
That guy's a cuck.
I'm sorry, what?
It's been in front of your face.
No, but it's like a threesome. It's not like he's in the chair like jacking off.
He's doing it too.
No, he's like a part of it. It's like people literally
his
multiple
role?
people just having sex in a room, like all over the place.
Oh man, LA, you guys gotta
Yeah.
get your shit
It's great,
together.
right? Doesn't it
Freaking
sound great?
I'm staying far away from you people. What the hell is going
But
on
I will
here?
say those people, honestly, like, I feel like the divorce
Those are
rate for
happiest
those
ones.
people are less. It's less.
Yeah.
Because they're just
why?
kind of doing whatever the fuck they
Why?
want.
Yeah, why get divorced if you really don't even give a shit about each
But
other?
it's a weird union. I will say that. It's
I
not
would say
obviously
so.
traditional.
Yeah, but then you got to ask your question: what even is a traditional marriage? Why does it work?
I can tell you what a traditional marriage is.
Yeah, go for it.
It's
What's a
the
normal
husband
marriage?
goes out, protects and provides. The woman raises the children. There's communication. There's loyalty. There's commitment. There's growth.
Yeah.
There's arguing, and you guys stay together and you create a family and a lineage.
That's how it was back in the good old days when it was a
Shit's
little
all
more
fucked
simple.
up now.
Shit is all fucked up for numerous reasons. I wish I could pinpoint why. I'm sort of just trying
I'm just going to blame social media for everything.
Well, social media is definitely a big reason.
It's bad.
Like,
It's the
if
devil.
I could find my wife and we both just delete our social media and then just go like live up in northern Michigan, that would.
First of all, you're trying to the rising fame on social media, so you're getting a little taste of the other side of it. Like for me, I wouldn't have social media, but it brings me like I have to. I'm stuck now. I have to have it to a certain degree.
For now.
For now, yeah. Well, no, I mean,
But if you could get rid of it,
Oh
if
my
you
God,
could
I
get
wish.
rid of it and you
I-
could
oh my
be
God.
happy, have a husband,
So happy.
have your kids,
I would be so
you don't have
happy.
to give a fuck about anybody.
I would
you know?
literally delete it.
You don't got to
yesterday.
listen to Joe Schmo. You don't got to listen to Ty
Yesterday.
on his TikTok doing all of his stupid shit. You don't got to care about what's going on in California or Texas.
No,
like you're
I
just
would.
present in
I
your own
would.
area with the person in front of you. Like
Yep.
that's how you have a good relationship. Is like it's just me and you. We got no
Yep.
one else to talk to but each other. So we better make it work.
It was fun back when it was just like before it was like this creator space and like it was so much.
Well, there's so
don't
much pollution to the mind.
It was
now.
fun when it was just like a picture here and there of like what I did on the weekend. And like you can actually, the purpose for it in the beginning was it was supposed to be like a postcard.
Yeah.
Right. So like
Yeah.
all of your friends and family can see what you're doing without having to call and keep everybody in the loop all the time. And now it's just gone fucking mad.
Now it's gone to shit.
It's just gone to shit. Even like when I say social
OnlyFans.
media too, I even mean like the social media element of like dating apps and
Oh yeah,
like,
God,
it's-
dating apps are.
It's so bad.
Listen, shout out to dating apps though. My brother found his wife
Actually?
on Tinder.
Do people use Tinder still?
I don't know. I thought they just used Tinder.
Why
to
are my
fuck,
eyes
but they're-
watering? Oh my god!
Because you're
I'm
getting
having-
emotional
I'm
thinking about
getting
Tinder.
No, I'm like now. I've
You're thinking
fucked
about
with them so
cucks.
much. Thinking about cucking. Is that a word?
Cucking is the act.
I thought cuckold was the act.
You are a cuckold that likes getting cucked. Listen,
The cuckold is the group.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Or
the group of all of them.
It could be a singular person as well.
A cuckold is an individual. I'm
Could
gonna.
be.
You know, chat's getting this question when we leave here.
Chat
I'm putting into
GPT?
Chat. Oh yeah.
Do you talk to your Chat GPT
Oh, all the
frequently?
time. He's fucking stupid though.
He? Your chat is a he?
Chat's a guy. Is
Mine's a-
that sexist of me
mine's a
that I
girl.
think chat's a guy?
Mine's a girl. She's
Why
a
is
lovely
yours
lady.
a girl? Wait,
Maybe
does she have a
because I'm
voice?
sexist.
Your chat has a voice?
No.
Then how do you?
Well, she has a voice in my head that I read.
Yeah, mine's a guy. Wait, why is yours a girl? You just made her a girl?
In my head, I did, yeah. We have pleasant
Interesting.
conversations. I talk about things all the time.
You talk about what?
Chat, am I ever going to get married?
You say that?
No.
You know what I did with a guy one time?
Do I like this guy?
Who,
You went
what
on
guy?
ChatGPT and asked if you
No,
like
this
the guy?
is fucked up. We were in a car ride and it was like a 4-hour car ride. And I said, I took his phone and he was like, yeah, what are you? I was like, well, let's see like a little bit about you. And I didn't know him very well. And I literally asked Chat, based on everything you know about me and everything that I've ever said or told you, do you think I'm in a position to be a healthy partner in a healthy relationship? And it fucking spit out all this shit about him. Basically how he was like fucked up
Oh, no.
and was like insecure, unstable.
Oh, Chat,
like,
you savage.
self-sabotaging. And he was like, he was
might have to
driving,
do
he
the same thing.
was sweating, like beads of sweat. And I was like, should I turn this off? And he's like, that's the most savage thing anyone's ever done to me. And I was like, you said I could. And he's like, I didn't know
low-key
you were
wanna
going to
do
ask
it.
it that. You want to what?
I want to do it.
It's pretty. And then I was like, well, to
I
be
say
fair, I'll
nice
do it
things
to
my
me.
ChatGPT.
I was like, I'll do it to me. And so I did the exact same question into mine. And Chat was basically like,
You're perfect.
you're perfect. And he's like,
course.
that's so unfair. And I was like, it's not actually.
This guy, whoever he is, I don't know why you're in a car with him for 4 hours.
I can't even get into that.
But
yeah.
he needs to stop talking to his ChatGPT.
He needs
so
to stop
much.
dating,
Yeah,
is what he
He
needs
needs
to
to stop
do.
dating, and he needs to stop confiding
Talking
into that
to
thing.
Chat.
Yeah,
It's a pretty fucking good question, though.
I mean, he gives great advice. I mean,
It's.
I go to ChatGPT.
I go to ChatGPT for everything, and he said, you're self-aware. You've done the work.
You're
like,
perfect,
You're fully
you're
ready.
beautiful.
Yes.
Who wouldn't
You're
wanna
the
marry
best.
you?
And I was like, thanks. How do I get out of the car with this fucking guy right now? Fucking kill me.
Literally.
Okay, let's
That was
see.
on hour 1 of the car ride too. Wasn't it? You
Honestly,
had 3
that
more
was pretty
hours.
quickly. It was before we went over the grapevine. So yeah, I was pretty fresh into
I'm gonna ask my ChatGPT just because
about yourself.
Yeah, I want to see what its
Do
opinion
it right
is.
now. Did you remember the question? You can.
Am I gonna get married one day?
No. Say based. Okay, this is what you say.
Based on everything you know about me,
Based on
would I
everything
be
I've
a
ever
good
told
partner?
you about me, and everything that you know, do you think I'm ready to be in a healthy relationship and be a good partner?
I'm gonna shoot myself in the fucking
Let's see
foot
what
with
she
this one.
says.
If I don't like the answer, I'm not sharing it.
What does it say?
Short answer, yeah.
Okay.
You look capable of being in a healthy relationship and a solid partner. That's different from saying everything is perfect. But honestly, nobody is. Here's why I say that based on what I actually know about you. You're self-reflective.
That was one of mine.
You communicate directly.
Same.
You value stability and growth.
This fucker, this is
You're
copy and
career
paste.
focused.
It's the same thing they said to
See,
me.
it's a bunch of bullshit.
It's just what they say.
We're both not ready.
Wait, I'm going to find mine. Keep going. No, keep going.
This one's interesting. You don't romanticize chaos.
Okay, this is bullshit because this is the exact same fucking answer it gave me.
So we're just cookie cutter perfect?
No, I was thinking maybe they're gaslighting us a little bit.
I'm going to say, chat, be real with me
Be
for a
like,
second.
is that based on me in particular, just me?
Chat,
Because that's the exact same thing that they spit out to me. It made me
are
feel
you
really
sure
good.
you're not speaking about Alex
Are you
Hall?
talking about Alex Hall? Wait, that's crazy.
I'm going to say, are you talking about Alex Hall?
Stop, don't say that. Okay, so basically it thinks you're amazing too. But no, based on what it said to this guy that I was with, they can't all be cookie cutter. It's probably going to think
Hey, my chat's talking about you right now.
it probably thinks I'm an Olympian. There's this guy, Alex Hall, who's like an Olympic skier, and I get DMs about him like can we send you this product? And I'm like, sure. It's like butt wipes. I'm like, okay.
No, it's definitely talking about
What
you.
is it saying? What did it say?
It says,
Chad doesn't know me.
it says, no, I'm not secretly doing an Alex Hall character study over here. I was very much talking about you, not a reality TV hurricane with great hair and questionable boundaries.
Doesn't say that.
Yeah, I just pulled that out of my ass.
Oh, you did?
No, it says
Is that
that.
real?
It says that. It
I'm
says
sweating. Why do I have questionable boundaries? How is chat? Okay, turn it off.
Wait, I got a couple more. From what I see, you lean way more toward the regulated, consistent side that other than the performative one. Less chaos, more substance, less spark at all costs, more does this actually feel good long term. If you were Alex Hall, this combo would have turned into I'm just being honest in quotation marks. I don't do drama, and then goes to immediately does drama.
It doesn't say that.
I swear to God. ChatGPT is absolutely roasting your ass right now.
Okay, first of all, my identity on a reality show, I have to be around drama.
Oh, you're a hurricane of chaos.
Honestly, I'll take
with
it.
great
Hair?
hair. Great
Good.
hair. But those boundaries of yours
It
are
actually says that. I don't believe you.
quite questionable. Should I ask why are her
Honestly,
boundaries
this year
questionable?
has been all about boundaries. I'm not gonna lie.
I should have ChatGPT'd your ass before I
I'm
even
not
came
gonna lie.
here.
This
God
year has
damn.
been all about boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm
2026, the year of boundaries. ChatGPT, set them, please.
I'm not okay with that response. Don't bring me into your chat.
I wish I could like Google my name and it would have some sort of.
Yeah, that's not fair.
It doesn't say shit about me. I am on Urban Dictionary though. Do not Google my name.
What does that mean?
Urban Dictionary?
Yeah.
Bro. You
What's
don't know
Urban
what
Dictionary?
cuckold or Urban Dictionaries? You should.
Oh, it's like fake words?
Kind of, yeah.
So why would your name be on there?
Because I'm not a real word. I'm just a person. But people put people's names in Urban Dictionary and talk shit about them.
Do you think I'm in on Urban Dictionary?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm in on Urban Dictionary. Some ex was really mad at me and said some
Oh,
very
you can just put anybody in there?
It has to be some ex. Like, there's just no way.
You traumatized her. It's your fault. It's not
You
her
want me
fault.
to Urban Dictionary
No, I
myself
think
right now?
it's
kind
you.
of funny.
You're the problem. It's never the girl.
No, it couldn't be. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably me. Sorry.
It was you.
Sorry to all my exes out there. Whoever put that Urban Dictionary out of me, I'm so sorry.
How many exes do you have? All my exes still
plead the
like
fifth?
I have like none of them hate me. No one ever says anything bad about me. I'm a great girlfriend.
That's not what ChatGPT said.
Chat can fuck right off.
None of your
Your
exes
chat.
hate you.
No.
You have a good relationship with all of them.
I literally
Why?
have a good relationship with my ex-husband.
Well, I would hope so. You have children with him.
Yeah, well, but most people wouldn't going through like,
No, that's fair.
yeah. No, all of my exes, I have a good, I mean, I'm not like
I don't
actively
talk to-
friends with them.
I don't talk to any of my exes.
Well, I don't talk to any of my exes either.
Yeah.
Except for my ex-husband.
I wouldn't be happy to see any. Actually, I saw one of my exes today
Today?
in California. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God.
You ran into them?
I ran into
You're
her, yeah.
joking.
We didn't like date. We were basically together.
Wait, what?
So random.
That
random.
is so
I was at
random.
lunch. I was on my way, about to leave here, late. Sorry.
Is that why you were late?
It was her.
Because you ran into your
It
ex?
was her fault. Literally.
rude.
And then I'm just walking, I'm with Liza, we're about to go. And then all of a sudden I hear Tyler, and I'm just turning around. Boom, there she is.
No way.
Ex.
Was she like, what the fuck are you doing here?
She said, "What the fuck are you doing here, dude?"
Did you tell her what you were
I said,
doing?
"Yeah, I'm going on a podcast."
Did you tell her whose?
Yeah.
Did she know me?
No, sorry. But she said she was going to watch. So there's another listener right there. Shout
What's
out.
her name? Give her a shout out. Did she look
I
good?
don't know if I want to
Did
do
she
that.
look good? Were you like,
Yeah, hell
damn?
yeah. She looked good.
Wait, why
she's
is she
definitely
here?
not
She's
single.
from Michigan
She's from Michigan, yeah.
and she lives here?
She lives in
See, you could do it. You should work here. Honestly, you'd make buku bucks.
and take the bar over
I
again. I
can-
can't do
yeah.
that. I can't go through that.
My
I can't
God.
do it. You don't know what it
I
did
do
to
know.
me.
My ex-husband had to take it 4 times. Poor thing.
Stupid. No, I'm just kidding. Super smart.
nice.
Sorry.
Not nice.
4 times and
I
you were
know.
with him when he did that? Damn. You
I know.
are
I
a
was like,
keeper.
motherfucker, if you don't pass this time,
I'm
you're
done. Literally 4 times
That's
is
why we
insane. I
got
would have been out
divorced.
after 3.
Honestly, though, like kudos to him. Kudos?
Kudos.
Is that Urban Dictionary?
Cut cold, kudos.
Cut cold.
Well, learning a lot of different words today.
Because I feel like I know people that have taken it twice and they're like, I'm not taking it again. I'm not going to be an attorney. I'm not doing that again.
I
So much
would
work.
have never even taken it more than once. Luckily, I didn't have to, though.
Brag about it. Okay.
Sorry.
Do we have any more questions for Tyler? Let's see.
Please.
Let's see.
I want to answer your friends' divorce questions. I'm really interested.
Huh?
Your friends, one of your friends?
Well, it's just my friends have questions that aren't really pertaining to divorce.
Oh.
So I don't think we should
For
ask.
me?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Hmm.
Now, keep in mind, I think my mother's probably going to listen to this. She's already not going to be too happy
Okay.
about the cuckold
What's something
conversation.
you've learned about women that surprised you through your work? And do you believe most people marry for love or fear of being alone?
Something that surprised me about women. Can it be a negative thing?
Yeah.
Am I
you can
gonna
do whatever
get-
you want. Negative Nancy.
I mean, I just don't want to get like. Here's what I'll say about women, and I understand where they're coming from. This is just an observation that I've had, and it does not pertain to every single woman, but
Okay.
it's just something that has really opened my eyes. If you're getting a divorce, it's very rarely that a man is going to leave a woman in a position where she's completely screwed, where she will have no money. She'll be, fighting for her life every single day just to make means. But a woman will not do that. She will put a man in a place where he is completely fucked. So during a divorce process, I would say if you had to ask me who's more ruthless, a woman or a man,
Woman for sure, right?
it is not even close.
Right.
She will, not for every single woman, but
Yeah.
there are some women out there that
Yeah.
they're cutthroat. They will put a man in a position where he's working 70, 60 hours a week and half of his wages are going straight to her and he doesn't get to see his kids
So
and she
fucked.
doesn't care at all. Now, granted, does he deserve that? I don't know. But it's just throughout the process, my observation is that women are a little more savage.
Mm-hmm. I can totally see that.
Yeah.
Do you think that women change after they get married and the guy's like, holy shit, like I never could have pictured my wife doing this to me?
I think they change after they get divorced.
Well, yeah, after they get married and then they get divorced.
And then they get divorced.
That's
yeah.
what I mean. Like
I
women become
think,
like these fucking.
I think one of the strongest instincts, and granted, I have no idea about this instinct. It's just an observation. I think the strongest instinct is a mother's instinct,
Mm-hmm.
something about the fight or flight that's bred within you guys when you
Yeah.
have a baby. And I think when they start thinking of the reality of not seeing their kids,
Mm-hmm.
something happens to them, and it is, straight war.
It's funny because my mom said that like when she was my age, right, when people would get divorced, the judge always granted the kids to the mom, and like that doesn't ever happen anymore at all. It was
No.
like almost guaranteed, like kids go to the mom,
no,
and
we
like
try
dad's
to
on like weekends, every other weekend
Yeah.
or whatever. But that just doesn't happen anymore.
No,
Obviously.
it's more so getting pushed to 50-50. More courts want kids to be with their parents an equal amount of times. They want them to co-parent instead of one parent just
Yeah,
being the dominant presence. But that's not the case every single time.
I don't even think that's good. I think that they should be with like a primary. That's what I think.
So they should. So your thought is like they should be with the mom.
I think
more
children
often?
at a certain age, I think between the ages like
structure, they
0
need some
and
consistency.
12, for example, I think that they should be like having the routine, having the structure in one home. Granted, if the parent can do that.
Well, what's the dad supposed to do then?
Like for me, I'm like, dad can come over whenever he wants. You can see him literally whenever you want, but I think they should sleep in the same bed for like 5 days a week, and then you can get him on weekends or whatever.
Now financially,
that's not the way I have it, though.
Financially, though,
Yeah.
that sort of schedule is a detriment to the dad. The more overnights that you have,
Yeah.
the less child support that you pay. A lot of the times, these guys are just fighting just because they're like, I can't even afford that.
Right.
I need my
Right.
kid to stay the night over with me
Right.
because,
Which is why I think it sucks.
and then the kid gets put right in the middle of it,
Right.
and little Johnny
Right.
just
Little Johnny.
Little Johnny's
Well,
fucked.
I also have seen, and from what I've witnessed and been, what I've been subjected to, I think it's a lot of times also men fight for like 50-50 because in the back of their mind, the most important thing is the financial element.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And it's like, but that's not what's in the best interest of the kid.
No, but
Like dad's like, it's got to be 50-50. I'm like, you don't even give a fuck. And you're not even home. Like the kid's with the sitter or the kid's with your mom. And it's like, but you want to fight for the 50-50, A, for financial reasons, and B, because their ego.
right.
They're like, it's got to be 50-50 because I don't want to be a piece of shit dad.
I think something that you have to keep in mind, though, when you're getting a divorce and you have kids, there's a judge presiding over it. It may not be in the best interest of the kids. Like you may think that it's in the best interest of
Right.
the kids for them to be with you longer than the dad, and the dad might think opposite of that. The judge, if they're doing a good job, doesn't really care about you or dad, cares about the kids.
Right.
Michigan has the 12 best interest factors. I think most states use this. And most of the decisions that a judge is making are based on those best interest factors. So when you're getting a divorce and you got kids, they're trying to put the kid in the best position as possible. I see parents, they mess this up a lot. They think that their best interests are the same as their kids' best
Right.
interests, and that's not the same.
Right.
Okay. It is beneficial psychologically for a child to have a dad and a mother,
Of course.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And for them to be a presence consistently in their lives.
Right.
And so you may think, oh, he cheated on me. He's a piece of shit dad, or he's a piece of shit husband. He shouldn't see his kids. There is a difference between being a piece of shit husband.
Right. And being a piece of shit dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
for
people
sure.
could be horrible husbands, but they could still be great dads.
Some people are also shitty dads.
Exactly. Right. And so the judge, when they're presiding over your divorce,
Yeah.
they're thinking about all these things.
Right.
And they're trying to make an informed decision to put those kids in the best position that they
I
possibly
feel
can.
like it's
be.
hard to prove that a dad's not a great dad. Like,
Well, if you have a good lawyer, it could be very easily proven.
yeah.
Let's look at his credit card statement. How many times is he going to the bar? How many times is he going to the liquor store? What's he doing on the
But
weekends?
sometimes they're not doing that until they get the divorce.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So what would you be like? Give me a scenario of a dad being a shitty dad.
I mean, not a
and then-
shitty dad, but just not present. And it's like, oh, they have to be with me 50% of the time because A, I don't want to pay you more money, and B, to the outside world, I don't want to look like I'm a deadbeat dad. So with technically on paper, they're with me 50% of the time, but it's like working late, not there.
Yeah, giving him to grandma.
Giving him to grandma,
Mm-hmm.
can't pick him up, or they're staying at school late, or putting him in an after school program,
Mm-hmm.
or letting, being at the aunt's house, family, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Or being like, oh, I'm going out of town the weekend that I have them. I'm going to Vegas, or
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, even if it's work, even if it's legitimate work related issues or something, that's maybe not pleasure. If the mom is like, they could easily just be with me, or the dad, even if it's flopped. It just, to me, that makes more sense.
But isn't there some other scenarios that when they're with the mom, she's got to be doing something similar to that as well? Or
Depends.
it's all
It depends
very
because, like, my
circumstantial.
line of work, I like the reason I got into real estate was I can make my own schedule all the time, and I'm like, I can be mom, I can do my job, I can be there on the weekends, I can do the games, I can do be the room fucking photographer at the school, all of those things, and I think that's just,
But
not
your
everybody has that
situation is
luxury.
rare. Yeah. Your situation is rare. The flexibility that you have is
Right.
is rare. Most people that are coming into my office, honestly, are check by check. I don't even
Yeah.
know how they afford me, to be honest. But so they don't have that sort of flexibility. It's kind of hard to make a schedule. Like, obviously, your situation is perfect. You can always be there. You can always be there for the extracurricular activities. And it is true. Like, it's good to have some sort of home base for the kids. You don't want them jumping around to grandma's house and then dad's house and then your house. And they want to have some sort of sense of stability. But The reality is that you have rights, the dad has
Right.
rights, and you guys had kids together. You have rights towards those kids.
Right. What's one piece of advice you would give somebody that's contemplating or in the process right now of like getting a divorce? Like,
Are
early
they
stages?
at the point where they're like, I'm getting a divorce? I would just, do your due diligence and do necessary fishing for a good attorney. I think it's really important to have a good attorney. So don't just go up to the first guy and hire him. Go to consults, do your due diligence, and then find the best one that you possibly can to put you in a
What
good
about
position.
if your husband or wife has gone and called every single good attorney in town so that you can't use them?
Then that person is a psychopath, and they've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on consultations. Do you know? You're smiling. Like, do you know
I
someone?
know people who've done this.
Every single damn lawyer.
I mean, there's like around here, there's like top 5.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You
So
know,
you just go to all
like,
5,
and they go to
pay
all
the
5. They pay the
consult.
consultation fee, and they're like, we can't.
And
see
I mean, at that point, I don't know.
You're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. Yeah, you got to go to the lesser, I guess.
How is that even legal? That seems so fucked.
Client confidentiality.
Yeah, but then they're like, I'm not choosing you to even represent me. They're going with one of the 5.
But
that
we
they
sat
interviewed.
together. You told me sensitive information, and now I know that information. I can't. I mean, they could waive it, but they won't.
They're not going to do that. And okay, so for people who are like, fuck, this is going to be like an uphill battle. How
It will be.
quickly? What would be?
It will be. Divorce will be an uphill battle. It'll be one of the hardest things that you go through.
My divorce wasn't hard at all.
Well, you were young.
Well, and I didn't get an attorney. We got mediators.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was also scared because I was like, okay, fuck, I want to be amicable. Like, we have kids together. And there was literally a paper that he wanted me to sign one time. And it's like, if you are under duress, I'm like, I'm literally under duress right now. And he's
Literally.
like, how could you say that? And he grabbed the paper. I'm like, yeah, okay. Think about it, buddy.
No, I mean, I think that if your divorce may have seemed not very stressful because there was no attorneys, but were you put in a position that you should have been put in?
It was stressful. Looking back, like when I think I blacked it out. You're
Literally,
probably right,
our
yeah.
job is to make it as less stressful as possible. Where our job is to, rough out the edges a little bit, make it a little more easy for you. Like the negotiating that you had to do with your ex, we do that for you. We do it with an attorney though. So like it takes out all the emotions, and we know the outcome, what it's supposed to be. And so it just makes it a little easier as opposed to doing it. But if you don't have assets, like
We didn't have a lot of assets, and the biggest thing was kids.
and you're young,
The biggest thing was
but
kids.
you had kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
That was
if
it.
you have kids, always get a divorce attorney, in my opinion.
I mean, I didn't.
You didn't, and it worked out for you somehow. I have no idea. But
I
it's
was just fair. I wanted everything just to be fair. That was it.
yeah, I think also you probably have a rare relationship when you guys were both cordial.
Oh, no. We were not
It was
cordial.
combative.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, very.
So he manipulated you. You should have definitely
Very much so. I got bent
over.
over for sure. But I was like, whatever. Like, I can make my own money and I can start over. And I
You were
just want
25?
the kids. I was 26 when we got divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got so fucked.
See, even you recognize that.
Yeah, for sure. I should have gotten. And I know, even I talk to him now, and I'm like, you know, you fucked me,
over.
right?
He's like, yeah.
What about people who aren't having sex at all?
I think that's probably not good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's probably not good.
Like,
for the
I know a
relationship.
lot of marriages, and they're like, we don't. I'm like, that's so bad.
I don't know what the number is of what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know if it's once a day, once a week, twice a week, but I do
don't know
you're
either,
supposed
but
to
it
be
should
fucking.
be a lot. I mean, I guess if you like have kids and that it's busy,
What do you think it should be?
my number's gonna be way higher than what it probably is.
Let's hear it.
I think
Yeah.
no, it's gonna be way too high. It's not realistic.
What the fuck are you gonna
Like
say?
once a day,
Oh,
like
that's not
every
what I was
day.
expecting. I thought you were gonna say something else.
like 3 times a day.
It's like morning, afternoon.
Well, I've had those
night.
relationships, but it's not with people who you're raising little children with, right? So
Right.
it's like you're exhausted, or you're this, or you're coming home late from work, and there's like,
3 times a day. That's 21 times a week. It's almost 1,000 times a year. That is
you know what it
1,000 times
is?
a year.
I didn't say all year long. I think that's probably also that was a very toxic relationship for me. 3 times a day. Also,
Sounds like you didn't have much going on besides that.
there was a lot of that going on. A lot of that going on.
Not much to talk about. What should we do? Oh, no, I got something that we could do. Honey, we just did that 20 minutes ago.
Well,
So?
it's also
We
like
still
when you
got
don't
two
have
more
anything-
times to
when you-
do.
nothing- when there's-
We did 2 more
I'm
times
like,
today.
you're so stupid. Just stop talking. We have nothing to talk about.
Let's just bang again.
Yeah, let's just do that again.
I mean,
Yeah.
that could definitely lead to healthy marriage if you guys could keep those kind of numbers up.
Not when he wants to fuck other people behind my back. It doesn't work that way. I'm like,
Yeah.
how much more sex do you fucking need? We're
Buddy,
fucking
what
3
is
times
left
a
in your
day.
nuts?
Nothing. No, it was more emotional.
He's over here grinding raisins on
It
people.
was more emotional cheating.
You're turning him into pixie dust, and he's still got an appetite. What is wrong with these
It
people?
wasn't a sexual appetite. He didn't have any more of a sexual. I
three
serviced
times
all those needs.
3 times a day, and he's still hooking up with other girls.
There was.
He's a
No,
nymphomaniac.
it was an emotional thing. Also, I feel like a lot of guys when they cheat, they're like, maybe I'm a sex addict. It's like, no, you're just a piece of shit. You're not a sex addict.
Yeah, you just have no like
just
self control.
A piece of shit.
Nah, you're not a sex addict, dude. You're just a fucking loser.
You're just a loser. Keep it in your pants. Oh my God. Okay. Do I have any more questions for you?
3 times a day, man.
What do you what do you
man's
think is a
balls.
healthy amount of sex to have? Isn't in it like
Like for me,
once
when
a
I'm in
day
a
at
relationship,
night when you go to bed, have sex,
I
or
mean,
in the
that would be-
morning?
that'd be great. Both
Yeah.
would be great.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Right. I
Once-
think that's healthy.
You know, before work and then before you go to bed would
I think
be
if you like
awesome.
are in love and you don't let that spark die, I don't think that that's
Once a day seems very reasonable.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I don't know
granted,
though because all my married friends aren't having sex once a day.
biologically though, for a man, if you keep that sort of consistency up
Yeah.
for long periods of time, that's gonna do something to you.
Is that good or bad?
Bad. Yeah.
Why would that be bad?
You just can't nut that much. That's just
Once a day?
yeah.
Really?
You gotta have your shit recoup a little bit. You gotta let
Your
those boys
parents are going to be
breathe.
so mad that you came on this podcast. They're
Cut
gonna
that.
be
Hey,
like,
mark that part right there.
that's
I'm just
what you
kidding.
talked about.
Yeah, I told them. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be something you want to listen to, Mom.
She definitely won't.
I'm
She's-
just gonna tell her not to.
Just tell her not to.
What do you
No.
talk about? Oh, literally, you wouldn't want to.
All
It was so boring.
all divorce attorney talk. It was
Then she's
really
gonna
boring.
want to listen to it.
Let's see.
Did you say anything stupid?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's not stupid. It's
Super
just cuckold. Okay.
our
The
frequency of
relationship
sex.
advice that does the most damage is
The relationship, what?
advice that does the most damage is.
I always feel like when in a divorce, there's always some friend that's whispering in the girl's ear
Right?
that's always saying some stupid shit.
I agree.
There's always some stupid
I
friend.
agree.
Hey, if you got some friend that you think is stupid, just stop listening to her dumb
But they don't
ass.
know. I feel like when people are going through a divorce, they're like, they want everybody's fucking opinions.
Yeah,
And it's like, you shouldn't be listening
Everyone
to
but
anybody except
their
your fucking
husbands
attorney.
in their attorneys. Yeah, relationship advice that you shouldn't listen to when you're going through divorce. That was the question.
What's the word one? It was, yeah, the relationship advice that does the most damage is.
Probably like you don't need him. You know, just putting that sort of mentality like you guys don't need each other.
I hate that. I feel like people do need each other. Like, I hate that.
I would
in
love to
general.
think that. I would love to think that a man and a woman like our race, we do need each other. I would love to think that we
do.
are like codependent on each other.
We are. And that
Yeah.
word has gotten tarnished. But
Yeah.
as humans, we are like the animals in us. Like, we thrive in codependent situations.
Yeah.
We don't thrive in, singular situations.
Yeah. So if you're constantly having people whisper in your ear, you don't need this, you don't
And
need
it's always
that.
like the most unhappy friends, too.
They're divorced.
And it's usually the
they're getting
divorced
cheated
women
on,
or
yeah.
the divorce. They're like, fuck him. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm the happiest. Yeah.
They're like, come over here and hang out with us. Fucking
I'm
divorce
so
day at the
happy.
bar
I'm-
at fucking
Ever
5
since I've been
PM on a
divorced,
Tuesday.
yeah, I've been getting drunk every single night.
they're
Yeah,
miserable.
don't listen to those
They're
friends.
miserable.
I would say that's the worst advice that you can get.
So the worst advice you can get is to get divorced?
Yeah. The worst advice that you can get is someone pushing divorce on you that doesn't have any sense of marriage themselves. You know, what do they truly know? They've already taken the easy route.
Mm-hmm.
They might just be doing it for selfish reasons. Go get divorced because
Totally.
then you and I will have so much time that we can hang out and
Right.
bull
You can
and
join
fuck
me.
around. Yeah,
For Taco Tuesdays.
exactly,
at Fred's.
exactly. So like, again, I keep going back to this sense of unity. You know, if someone's just whispering in your ear constantly,
Mm-hmm.
the little bad devil on your shoulder, you're gonna start listening. So try to surround yourself with people that maybe aren't like
Yeah. Are
that.
better.
Yeah.
So you have siblings. They're all married.
And I have one sibling that is married, and then one brother that's not married.
Is he
has
in a serious relationship?
Yeah, 6 years.
Okay. Is he also a divorce attorney?
We're all divorce attorneys.
Jeez.
My two brothers, my mom, and my dad. We all do divorce in Michigan. I was the last of us.
Okay, wait. So do divorce attorneys? I feel like they probably don't ever get divorced. Do you think they do? They either don't ever get married, or they're like, if I am getting married, I'm never getting.
I think
divorced.
divorce attorneys do get divorced. Yes, just like everyone else. We're people too.
We're humans too.
Yeah, come
We're
on.
people too.
Yeah, we feel love and
Okay,
pain.
okay. So I feel like they hang on for a lot longer because they probably know how fucking hard it's going to be to get divorced.
Yeah, that might be something I'm going through right now.
So do you think you'll get married? I know you said you want to, but are you like a pessimist now?
No, I'm definitely more so an optimist.
Okay.
Remember, divorce attorney pro love.
Pro love. Yes, I do remember that in your bio.
Pro love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely have aspirations to get married. Definitely optimistic that I will get married. I think I'm gaining a lot of useful information right now. I'm also just not a dumbass. I'm not weak. I know how to communicate. I do value unity. I do value family.
And you believe in marriage.
I believe in marriage, and when I think about my future and what I want in life, basically it all pertains to a family. It's only one way to get there. So got to find a wife, and then
No cucking.
No, absolutely no cucking. That is not my future. And so I do believe in marriage, and I do want to get married one day. I just am a little patient, I guess.
Should be.
Yeah, very patient. I mean, there's a lot of stats that go into divorce and what's going to increase your chances. Like if you get married before the age of 30, your chances
of divorce are higher?
Way higher.
Really? Interesting. Do you think it's true? So if people are dating for over like 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, and they haven't gotten engaged, do you think that that's like a sign that they probably shouldn't get married?
No, I don't think that's a tell-all at all. I think people that are able to be in relationships that long just shows that you can sustain a relationship even longer.
I think if a guy's not proposing after 2 years, you're like, what the
Two?
fuck? 2 years.
So if I meet someone...
You know somebody after 2 years. That's who they are.
If I meet someone today...
Yeah.
And she's like, oh God, I love this girl. She's so great. I should be proposing to her in 2 years.
I'm saying from when you guys are in a committed monogamous relationship.
Okay.
2 years after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
2 years and you're not engaged?
I hope my brother's listening to this. He's been in a relationship for 6 years.
And if you asked that girl, she'd probably be like, yeah, I would have said yes to him 5 years ago if he would have proposed.
I mean, I'm not going to get into that. But who knows what she would say. I think
a good woman wants to get married. She wants to get married, and we have to wait for the guy to like actually pop the question. I'd be like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we not taking it to the next stage?
So what does it mean if she is constantly running away from it then? What does it mean if she has every opportunity to be married to someone that does want to do that, wants to provide for her, wants to keep her safe, wants to make her happy, wants to give her a home, wants to be a husband.
Right.
And then she just constantly doesn't. She does, but she's constantly maybe leaving for other opportunities.
I would say
what does that say about her?
The underlying issue is she's afraid of something. She's afraid of something.
Does she want to get married to him?
If she's constantly running away from everything that's going in the direction of marriage?
Like, let's just say, for example, he's got a house.
Right.
He's got a great job.
Right.
You know for damn certain he wants to marry this girl.
Okay.
But the only reason why he's not marrying her is because she's never shown any sort of commitment long term. They've been together, say, who knows, 5-10 years. But she won't stay in the house. She won't stay in the area. She goes back. She leaves for another state. She has different dreams, and she just can't let go of those dreams. What does that say about her or their relationship?
Well, maybe their goals are just different.
So they just don't align, maybe.
Maybe not. I mean, it depends on if they.
Does it say that she doesn't want to get married, or does it just say maybe she's just thinking
How is
about
that?
other things?
I would say that that's definitely a conversation that should be had between the two people.
Yeah.
And those are the questions that should be being asked.
Again, goes back to communicating.
If you don't have communication in your relationship, you shouldn't get married.
Yeah, you
shouldn't even be in a fucking relationship. Communication is like the biggest pillar of the unity.
It's the only reason why people really fall apart, to be honest.
I don't even know how some people I know that are dating, I'm like, you guys don't talk about anything. They're just coexist. They're
just
literally
fuck 3 times a day.
coexisting.
They just fuck 3 times a day and don't talk about anything.
At least there's, you know what?
What are you doing?
I'm human. We got needs.
No, that's a very human experience.
That's a very
true.
human experience.
Yes.
No, but I think that now I lost my train of thought. I don't know. Now I lost my train of thought. No, I think that there's people who are really bad at really poor communicators.
That's the number one thing. I cannot hark on that enough. Like, so many people come into my office and he did this and she did that. Well, did you fucking talk about it?
But here's the thing, not everybody can talk about things. Like, I'm a psycho communicator. I'm like, I want to fucking talk about everything. And I've been in relationships with people that just can't meet me at that.
I can understand that for
Like,
sure.
at all.
Emotionally, sometimes it's hard to talk about things because of the way you were raised. I was raised in a very non-communicative family.
You didn't communicate.
We did not communicate our feelings. We did not like express our emotions a lot. And then as an adult, I recognize that's something that I need to do, but it's not something that comes naturally to me. So
Right.
if there is ever a situation where I do need to communicate or someone wants to talk to me about something, I don't shy away from it, but it's definitely something that's not natural as opposed to maybe someone like you.
No, I think it was a learned behavior for me too.
Yeah, you kind of have to, like, it's like trial and error. Like, you have to do it over and over again.
I also think that if you have enough self-awareness, people can say, hey, this is how I communicate. I want to talk about this, but I need 20 minutes to digest it.
You sound like you would have been a great wife. I don't know.
I was a great wife.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get divorced.
What's a person that is like a secure? Yeah, you?
Somebody who is secure is somebody who is open to vulnerability, open to like people who it's all a fear mechanism. The anxious, they don't want to get hurt, right? So if they're an avoidant or they're an anxious, they are so terrified of being hurt that they try to control the situation rather than just having the experience and saying, I'm going to fall in love, I'm going to be open, I'm going to be vulnerable, I'm going to share my life with somebody.
Maybe get hurt,
and then
feel those natural emotions.
Right, and then if I get hurt, I get hurt. Like, that's it. But these people are wired differently. They've had, different experiences through childhood or whatever it might be.
Maybe they've been pampered a little bit.
It depends.
Never told no.
Or, I mean, you can still be secure even if you're spoiled. Like, people who are not used to hearing the word no. It's usually like usually comes from your parents, how you were raised. Like,
Okay, I'm intrigued.
yeah.
What kind of-
There's a book called Attached. It's fucking crazy. It's a very short read. It's very, very, very good. But people who are avoidants are usually the ones who cheat, typically, and the anxious are usually the ones
But
who.
what was their childhood like? Like, how did their
Usually,
parents
like
raise them?
a parent who dismisses them a lot.
Mm.
Or because with your parent, you're supposed to be comfortable and it's your safe space, right? And so when a parent is not acknowledging you or not giving you space to be yourself or not giving you space to have your feelings, right? And just dismissing you all the time, usually that can turn into an avoidant because you want to self-soothe.
It all stems from parenting.
It does, yeah.
It really does.
Unfortunately,
I mean,
it does.
it makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely all comes from, well, whoever your caretaker was.
Yeah, whoever you were with,
Right, whoever
for
was raising
those ages of like 3 to
Well, and sometimes
10.
when like there's a lot of kids and like the older siblings like raise the younger siblings, those can be like the caretakers, and that can develop into whatever situation.
My parents were definitely very present for sure. They're good parents. They are good parents for sure, but they also worked very hard. So I definitely was raised in a house where my brothers were the ones that were babysitting me or taking care of me after school and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I think it plays a role.
Typically, I will also say, this is really fucked up, but if I had to guess and look at a statistic, I don't even know if there would be one out there, I would say that the most secure children come from a household where the parents were married and not divorced. I think that there's a really big connection between parents that get divorced with children living in the household and creating an anxious or an avoidant child. It can be done in this.
It's like, how do they raise their kid after that though? Because a lot of parents, when they get divorced, they separate, right?
Well, that's what I'm talking about, the consistency there too.
They separate and then they're whispered in their kids' ears certain things about mom, and then mom's whispering ears.
So bad.
And so, that kind of can create some problems. This is going back to what I said. Your kids need their mom and they need their dad. So try to have as good of a relationship that you possibly can,
right,
for the best interest of your kids. But if Joe Schmo is a piece of shit, then keep your kids away from him.
Even though sometimes, I mean, like with me, I'm like, I always try to like keep it civil with their dad because.
How old are your kids?
Gia's 16 and Jacob's 11. He'll be 12 in March.
16? You got a 16-year-old? You have a kid that can drive a car?
Yep, she's driving now.
Holy
fun.
shit.
It's
That's fun.
terrifying, but
I'm terrified. I
It's
saw the
terrifying.
traffic out there.
it's terrifying. It's not great. She's a good driver. She's a good kid.
16, so you were 19 when you had your kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty young.
Well, that's why I have like a lot of life experience.
I would say so.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
At 19.
Got to learn. Got to learn quick.
Yeah. When did
gotta
you get
learn.
into real estate?
When I was 23, when I was
Interesting.
pregnant with Jacob, my son. Because I was like, I don't want to be dependent on this and that and then blah. I want to have something of my own. I don't want to just sit around and talk about fucking
And so
diapers all
you
day.
try to foster co-parenting to the max. You try to
Oh,
foster a good
the only
relationship.
reason that we have such a great relationship is because of
and regardless
Full
of what
credit.
your ex did, regardless, you're still trying to foster that great relationship.
100%.
Yeah, people need to take note of that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people hate their ex. A lot of people, almost everyone, hates their
Pro-love.
ex. True, and I'm pro-love, but I get it. You get divorced, but you still gotta foster those relationships
Yeah.
with each parent.
No one fucking like, my blood pressure gets raised every, few years. And it's always about the kids because I'm like, this is what they need and he, whatever. Nobody makes my blood pressure go up like that guy.
Well,
Like,
you had a kid with him.
yeah, two.
A lot of oh yeah, two. From my standpoint, like when a family's getting divorced and they have a kid that's 16 and they're like, well, I want him over at my house. And
Right.
listen, that kid's gonna go
Wherever
where
the fuck
she
they
wants
wanna
to go. She's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
keys and stuff right now, but their opinion does matter. A lot of people don't think that
Oh,
the
I know it
child's
does.
preference doesn't
Of course it
matter.
matters.
It does matter,
Yeah.
and a judge will
Mhm.
ask them that.
I know. Yeah.
As long as they're like older than 7, so keep that in mind too.
Which I never wanted to do to them. I could have done that, but there's no way I'm putting my kids through that.
Yeah, you're gonna bring your kid to court so a
Yeah.
scary judge can.
Well, and then
look
they're
at 'em
also
and-
like, they don't want to hurt, even Gia being 15. She's like, it's so much easier just if I could stay here, but I feel bad for my dad and blah, 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 blah. And so I'm like, well, let me talk to
That's
him.
very nice of her.
She does. Yeah.
She seems like a sweetheart.
She's a sweetheart. But he does that. I'm like, you make her feel bad. And he's like, well, how? And I was like, you just have this energy about you. So I'm like, and it's funny. It's sad too, because when people get divorced, they don't realize how much of a benefit it is to the children, not only if you co-parent because of what it, reflects to the kids, but also dads need a lot of fucking guidance. Like he
Stupid.
needs so much
We're just
guidance
dumb.
with her, with his daughter anyways, and with the kids. So like him and I will connect and he's like, well, help me. And I'm like, okay, this is what you need to do.
This is
what
how you
need to
become a
say."
dad.
Yeah,
This is how you parent.
literally.
You're parenting him on how to parent.
Yes.
Men are.
But it's
we
benefiting the
struggle.
kids.
Well, thank God.
And he also didn't have that type of upbringing either. Like his parents were building this empire. Like he didn't talk about his feelings. He doesn't know how to
His
deal with
parents
girls.
are building an empire.
Yeah, his parents are super successful people. So they were gone all the time, like
I see.
working and,
He was neglected as a child, and he doesn't know how
But
to.
he's anxious, so that's weird. He's
Isn't he
anxious.
supposed to be?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yes, you're
Based
right.
on his
Yes.
upbringing?
Yes, you're right.
Listen,
You're right.
I don't know.
Look
I'm
at
just
you.
taking
You already
notes
know. You
over
haven't
here.
even read the book. Yeah, you're right. Anxious, yes. Which I told you, anxious and either anxious has to be with a secure, but anxious and avoidant usually.
I feel like we should all just be secure, figure our shit out, so then we can stop getting divorced
It's so
much.
easier said than done.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, fuck. Divorce rates are just going higher and higher. I feel very secure in my job.
That's not how you feel in a relationship.
No, I
It's
don't.
different.
But I feel secure. For my job security is
Oh, because of the divorce rate, you mean? I thought you were
Nope.
going somewhere way else. With that.
nobody. Yeah, I'm not worried
Oh
about
no, don't worry
losing
about that.
clients
You
and
have
things.
definite job security, unless like AI takes over somehow. I don't know. It's like divorce.com and then it's just a robot. Watch
Listen, I don't know. I don't know if you want to keep bringing up AI. AI was talking a lot of shit about you.
You know what?
earlier.
Fuck that chat. What's your chat's name? You know what else would be
Just
cool is
call-
if
I
you
just
could put
call
your
it
phones
chat.
together and then chats just like connect and then.
And they just talk.
Well, yeah,
I would like that actually.
She
That'd
needs,
be
he
better.
needs a
That'd be
friend.
better than online dating.
And then if it was a connection, you'd be like, wow, these two people actually are a good match.
Chat. Do you think that
Wait,
we would be a
that's
good couple?
good idea. What if chat? That's fucked up.
You use AI.
What if you could connect your chat, like you know how you can do your you can like transfer your phone number by getting close. You can like enable chat, and then chat will tell your chat will tell that chat. You connect, and if
They'll-
you're a good match,
They'll go on like a first date.
it's like nah, that guy's an avoidant.
yeah,
Stay away.
Yeah. They'll go on a first date, and then.
That's a good idea.
But I heard a story last night of a girl whose ovaries popped or burst.
That's not true. That can't happen.
It can't?
No,
So she was bullshitting. Are you sure?
you can't burst your fucking ovaries because of a dick.
I think you can. Yeah, go back to your chat.
Okay, is that true?
I think
Really?
you can.
Can you? No. Let's see. Can
I do
a
it every
girl
time.
have
What are
her
you talking
ovaries
about? I
bursted
literally did it
because
last night.
she has sex with somebody
She
with
was
a really
telling
big
me.
dick?
I was like, really? Should I take you to the hospital?
So she has no ovaries. She can't have kids.
No, just one of them was like a pimple.
Short answer. No. A penis, no matter how big, cannot make someone's ovaries.
Give me the long
burst.
answer.
Here's the real anatomy accurate breakdown because the myth, blah, blah, blah. How the body's actually set up. Okay, there's not a long answer. It's just saying how it can't. She probably, this is what it says. She had an ovarian cyst. She's disgusting.
Oh,
She had deep penetration pain and no ovary bursted. Or she probably had chlamydia and she sounds like a slut.
I think I maybe need to call my friend and, hey, buddy, you might want to go to the doctor.
She's boasting about this guy with a big dick, but really
buddy,
she just has chlamydia.
Buddy, has it been hurting to pee?
Wait, was she bleeding? Is that why she thought that?
No, I didn't get too much into detail. I never even heard of
So
it.
she's sitting here talking about a guy that she's with, and she's like, yo, his dick is so big he bursted my ovary?
No, he was bragging about
Oh,
bursting
God.
another girl's
Is this
ovary
him story?
to her, yeah. To her.
First red flag.
You got a big dick? Well,
I bursted some chick's
fucking
ovary.
kidding me? I popped her chlamydia. I popped her
Well,
chlamydia
you had to
pimple.
have given it to her first,
Yeah.
probably.
I gave it to her, then popped her chlamydia pimple. That's how big my dick is. Oh, okay, buddy. Jeez, you sound
Brag
like
about it.
Okay, you sound like a stud, dude.
Disgusting.
Jesus.
Oh,
Good
my
for you,
God.
man.
Gross. Oh, I have to exit him. I have to
Lights off
outro.
after that one.
Okay, let me outro you. Fuck.
Should I look
Okay.
into a camera?
Which, no, you don't have to look into anything.
I haven't looked
That's
into.
your
I haven't
camera.
looked into a single
Well, that's
camera.
your camera right
I've looked
there.
into at Kobe every time.
Oh, well, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
for taking the
Thank
time. Let everybody know where they can find you.
You can find me on TikTok, Ty Talker Ticking, and you can also
That's a tongue twister.
it's the opposite of TikTok. It's Talk Tick. So
Okay.
Ty Talker Ticking. You just do Ty, you'll find me.
Where else can they find you? What office? Where you are practicing?
In Michigan, mid Michigan, Bailey and Terra Nova. Yeah, we do
There you
divorce law, family law, child custody, anything that you need.
There you go. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.